Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about ADA Cardano. At the moment, we can carefully assume, carefully, yeah, is the key word here, that a wave one topped here. That's still the idea here. I've got the two different counts on the chart. Don't get confused. We've got the white one and the yellow one. So I'm going to take the yellow one out for now. Just move it over here so that you can see it better. The yellow one just assumes that should we break above 42 cents, then we probably get an extension here in the fifth wave. I have to move the wave 4 somewhere else, the wave 3 and the wave 4, which is possible. And then we see all of this here as a series of 1-2 setups, 1-2, 1-2, and maybe another 1-2 setup. But that's when it starts to get unrealistic, because it basically gets too bullish. Yeah. But I'm going to pay attention to that very, very closely. I mean, I could always try to put in a running flat here somewhere, but let's leave it for now. Just note that if we really break above 42 cents, we might have a much more bullish situation here. Until then, I'm going with this idea that we are facing here an 5-wave move up with an ending diagonal here in wave 5 of 1, and that we're coming down in a wave 2. Now, without breaking below 37.1 cents, we don't really know that. And that's still the same level that I explained to you in the last video. Last video we were just here about to touch the trend line, and it was important to see if we can actually break the trend line and then get to the 37.1 cent level. I did mention to you that I do expect a bounce at 37.1, and that hasn't changed at all, because we have previous support, and it's also it's a fib support as well. Now, I have to, however, change the micro count here a little bit. It would have been ideal to push lower yesterday, break that trend line and come down in an impulse, but it didn't do it. So because it didn't do it, this is sort of morphed into a diagonal. So this was a wave 1 diagonal here, and the wave 2 was possibly already the retracement here. Let me just move that across. Move that across a little bit. Yeah, so if I'm viewing this here as a wave 1, then the subwaves can be counted in quite a straightforward way. Let me first, however, change the wave degree here of this yellow count. And yeah, so wave 1, you often get, or you can get in a wave 1 a diagonal pattern. Now again, diagonals are never really super reliable, so it's not the best count to trade as well, but I'm going to show you how this can be counted from an Elliott wave point of view. Wave 1, wave 2, then here we had the, let me think, 3 here, a 4 and a 5. Not a great count, but it's valid. So this could have been a 5-wave move down in a wave 1, hit the support level, and then we moved up in a wave 2. Now, this wave 2 could theoretically still extend a little bit further, because what we've done so far, we have retraced to the 61.8 fib level. So at the moment, this is sort of what we go with, a 1-2 setup. Now, I have no strong evidence that wave 3 has started yet. We could still be in the wave 2. A wave, B wave, C wave. Could certainly be that we retrace all the way up to 40.6 cents. I think we'll probably know more in a short time when the US stock market opens, how that opens today. There's a bit of selling pressure in the US stock market today, but I think this is, you know, if the S&P, for example, recovers and cryptos recover with it, and the DXY drops a bit, which it can do because the DXY is now in resistance. So just to show you here briefly, the DXY reached the wave 3 target. The 1.618 extension is now getting rejected a bit. So you can expect a little bit of a downturn. Maybe not too much, but it is basically a wave 4. So in a wave 4, you know that it's normally a rather shallow correction. So we might talk here about hitting 102.96. That's it. In a more ideal situation, 102.69. Now that could temporarily bring crypto back up. Maybe ADA in the C wave to finish off the wave 2. And then come down. Now, that's speculation at this stage. We need to see if we need to watch, do we now break this, first of all, 38.2 cent level? I think if we can break that, we've broken out of the trend line already of this ascending wedge, which is generally a bearish pattern anyway. And if we then take out the wave 1 low at 38.2 cents, it can drop fairly quickly, in my opinion, to 37.1, this wave B low. And then we could head down in a wave 3. Now, I could give you a target now again for the third wave. So bear in mind that 37.1, there should be some kind of a bounce. I mean, if the wave 3 has started already, and note there is no confirmation yet, then I would have to count the move down that occurred here as a wave 1 of 3. But it's not reliable until we really break below that 38.2 cent level. But if I assume it is the case, then I can give you a target so that you can expect something for the third wave. We're talking here about actually 35.3 cents at this stage for the third wave, then a fourth ideally, and a fifth. Sometimes an A wave gets only 3 waves. We need to see, even though the zigzag is a little bit more common with 5 waves, but sometimes you just don't get these clear 5 waves. It is what it is. And I'm gonna observe that for you today. There'll be another ADA update later, as you know. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.